first adoption, the pioneers of the space, it all depends on how we've lived our lives right up to this point. And, a lot of lessons have been learned by many of us, and a lot more lessons are going to be learned moving forward. But I still hold true to Cardano, and we're going to find out why, because Cardano's got a lot of shit brewing. Cardano's price remains quiet, but infrastructure and governance activity continue to build. My point in that whole little ramble was we always see some of these primary assets move before Cardano does. And generally, Cardano always keeps up with the market, right? That's how we always see Cardano typically around the top 10 of the total crypto market cap rankings, because it doesn't matter how much this asset above it goes or that asset above it goes. Cardano generally stalls, and then all of a sudden we'll wake up one morning, Cardano's up $1, it's up $1.50. No idea why. It maintained its position in the top 10 because it always generally grows. And what I think happens is people go into these primary assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, Solana, whatever. They go into these assets first because their narratives are bought and paid for, and they're generally, not all of them, but the narratives are such that it's more attractive to people that are looking to make a quick buck. The whales get into these positions first, drive those prices up, and then when they exit those positions, a lot of them, I know, they start exiting into Cardano, which then drives that price up. And then it just starts to filter down. The market caps continue to grow and stay the same because the pump brings on and attracts newcomers into the space that become the sell, or the buying pressure that the whales and the people in the know that know the system, play the system and all that, they're selling into. So the prices don't go down so much once it's peaked up. It's went up $1.50. Now the whales are starting to sell. Price comes down to $1.20, $1.15 before it starts pumping up again as those assets cycle down. That's how we see. And so when I see the news and they say, Cardano's stalling. Well, this article was from yesterday? This is from, this came out today. Well, at the time of this, it was 40 cents. It's already at 42 cents, right? So, man, I'm saying a lot of shit right now. Can you tell it's been a while since I've been on YouTube? So anyway, Cardano is trading near 40 cents at the time of writing. Price action has been honestly a bit dull compared to other large cap coins. ADA, and I'll tell you right now, everything I just said is before I even read this article. I just picked it from the headline. I'm like, let's dive into it. So, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And those of you that have been in the markets a long time and you've been with me for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've seen it too. ADA hasn't joined the fast rallies or sharp sell-offs so far in early 2026. Still under the surface, a few developments are stacking up that could matter far more over the long run than they do today. Google Cloud is testing Cardano staking data. Governance has approved fresh funding for ecosystem upgrades, and developers continue pushing scaling and privacy features forward. Also, I want to make a quick note because everybody's been tagging me on X about making my DREP vote for some of these things. I cannot get GovTools to load, damn it. When GovTools was looking for I don't remember, a ridiculous amount of money, like $5 or $6 million to build something else, I'm like, fuck no, I'm not voting for that. And I voted no. Why? Because they can't even make GovTools load properly. Every time I use GovTools, I run into some hang where the shit it'll start to load and then hang, and I'm sitting there forever and I have to keep refreshing to get something to load properly, or there's this problem or that problem. So I'm just being straight up, man. We need something better than GovTools because every time I try to use it, I have a problem. That's what's been keeping me. So, I guess other people are able to use it. There was another tool at one point that I liked using for all of my DREP voting, and I think they had to pull the plug because they just weren't making any money. The market was down. Everything was down. There was little hope, and everybody's just pulling their hair out trying to make a quick buck to survive. And unfortunately, I thought it was a much better system than GovTools, but that's what's taken me so long. I think there's 6 or 7 days. I'm going to try maybe on some other computers or something and see if I can get those votes in. But yeah, that's what's holding me, just so you guys know. None of this screams instant price pump, but together it paints a picture of slow, methodical infrastructure growth rather than hype driven momentum. Thank you.